Hello students and my friends. In this video, I am going to discuss very important topic that is related to the relations between students and teachers. Students and teachers, they both can be seen accusing each other. I mean to say that if you meet the students, they will accuse the teachers saying that teachers are not regular, they are not teaching properly. So many accusations they impose the teachers. But if you meet the teachers they accuse their students saying that students are very naughty, they are not regular, they are not laborious, they create noise in the class when teachers teach. So such type of accusations are brought by the teachers against students. I ask one question to all of you, whether you are a student or you are a teacher, it doesn't matter. How a good study can be conducted in such atmosphere where teachers accuse students and students they accuse teachers? I don't think that this is really the conducive atmosphere for proper study. So students and my friend teachers, through this video I am going to tell you something that is related to the relations of teachers and students. First I am going to tell you some points which a teacher has to do. One thing is seen that sometimes the teacher has ego, and because of his ego, he is not able to teach the students properly. Suppose if a student asks some question, the teacher gives the answer. Unfortunately, the student does not understand and the student again asks the question, then teacher becomes very much angry, because the teacher thinks that his ego is hurted. He thinks that it is the attack on his ego and he chides the student. What happens? Student doesn't get the proper response of his question and student becomes silent. Then what happens? The good image of the teacher which a student has made, that is broken. And student, he begins to accuse the teacher. Sometimes it happens that teacher has some personal problem. They may be the problem of his family, they may be the problem of his staff, they may be the problem of his relatives. And teacher is always disturbed. In such a condition, teacher doesn't teach the students properly, but he begins to chide the students, he begins to express his anger over the student. A teacher must understand that your family problems are different. Your professional problems are different. So don't mix your personal problem with your teaching. This is the second point. And as far as ego is concerned, a teacher should be humble. There should be no ego in teacher. Okay. If a teacher has ego, how the teacher can teach the student in a proper way? A teacher must understand that all the students, they are just like the children. As you treat with your children, similarly you must treat the students whom you teach in class. Okay. Third point, I have noticed that sometimes teachers, they start doing competition with their students. It is not good. Students, they don't have so much knowledge as a teacher has. So how a teacher can do the competition? If a teacher has to do the competition, the teacher should do the competition with another teacher, not with the students. And if the teacher begins to do the competition with students, this also enhances the ego of the teacher. One last point I have noticed, that most of the teachers, they begin to discuss their personal matters with the students. And what happens? They go on narrating their own story of struggle, family story. They go on telling the student about their children and so many things related to the teacher. This is not right. So it is my suggestion to all the teachers, please don't mind it if I say anything offensive. I beg pardon for that, but I am also teacher, so being a teacher, I suggest you only, this is only my suggestion, that please don't have ego when you teach the students. Keep your family problems, your personal problems away from your teaching profession. Treat the students just like your children. As you treat your children, so you should treat the students. And be devoted to them. And you should think that teaching, it is your duty. Don't think that it is a burden. Okay. I hope that teachers should follow such type of instructions, such type of suggestions. They are not instructions, they are only suggestions. So they must adopt it. Now we come to next point. We can't say that only teachers are responsible. To some extent, students are also responsible. This is for all the students. Students, when your teacher teaches something, you should not make a noise in the class. You should listen 100% what your teacher teaches you. Because if you listen 100% what your teacher teaches you, there is no question of repetition. And you should obey your teacher. You should follow the instructions which your teachers give you in your classroom. So I mean to say that the relation between teacher and student should be good. It should be free from any conflict. It should be free from ego. It should be free from competition. It should be free from personal ill will, personal problems. Teachers should teach the students just like a father is treating his children. And a student should also think that teacher is greater than father. So they should give more importance, more value, more respect to their teacher than they give to another person in their life. So I don't want to say a lot, but I think these are the points which have come into my mind. And I think that if these points are adopted, then all the conflicts which often take place between students and teacher will be removed, and the study will be performed in a very good manner, in a conducive manner. Thanks.